Ask if I never know. Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing, Bob?
How you doing, buddy? Long time no see.
It feels like it's been a long time, hasn't it? Well, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. Yeah, I'm just like, it's good to see your face again. Without seeing that daily selfie, it's like,
It bugs you, doesn't it? It bugs you.
How's my buddy doing?
How is everybody doing out there in Facebook world this evening? Thanks for tuning in. What's going on, Kim? How are you doing? How are you doing, Simon? How are you doing, buddy? What's going on, John? Yo, Bob. Evening all. What's going on, boy? There's our boy from Metal Moose. And there's the devil's favorite demon. Look, Bob Bones.
You're sounding hyped tonight.
It's been a fucking while, man. We took a 2-week break. I come back. We was getting ready to do another show, and then I end up put in a Facebook jail for a post back in August. Took me down for a fucking week.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. I mean, you must have only just been out of jail about a month and a half by the time you put that one up, so you were good for a little while.
Seriously, we got a chat room for everybody we work with. We have actually several chat rooms. Actually, we want to get technical about it, but we have this one. We have this one that's just for like the Sacred Gates, our group that we have, and I've put in pictures of ads, sponsored ads from Facebook of people having sex using CBD oil on their penises, and they get away with it. I show someone sitting on a toilet in the background.
You can't see a thing on it, can you? There's not a thing evident.
And not really. I mean, you can see a little bit of a side leg where they're sitting on the toilet. Outside of that, it was nothing. Pricks.
But it does raise the question of how do you get these sex toy adverts? Because I don't get that sort of stuff.
I don't know why I get them either. Sometimes I find them pretty entertaining, actually, when you see them.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't need to get these adverts because I know that if you get them, I get to see them anyway.
Good evening, Nikki. How are you doing? Simon says Sid has been naughty again. When am I not? That's the problem. Weighing your plums live on right? We even we even weighed Simon's plums on a live show, and I didn't get put in jail. But I show somebody sitting on a toilet, and I get 7-day jail term for it.
That's it. That was a small fruit basket, mine, wasn't it? Sorry, Simon.
We don't have like no guest on tonight for no quiz, anything like that. But I thought I want to do something a little bit differently. I want to have a little bit of fun tonight. So there's a few videos that I picked up, which later on, guys, after this live is over, it's probably going to get silenced because I got probably 1 or 2 bands on here that are mainstream, but it's something new that's come out by them, and you haven't heard nothing from them in a while. And we got one that just released a song as well. So we're going to do some reaction videos tonight live here on Facebook with you guys. Have a little bit of fun. Give you our thoughts about what we think about these songs that we're playing tonight.
I think that's a good idea, Sid. And if that works, I think we could probably do that for a few other bands as well.
Well, I've mixed in a few, some of the bands that work with Forge, AMP. I mixed a band in from them. They just released a video not too long ago, a few weeks ago. And so, yeah, I'm mixing some of the underground unsigned bands in as well, but there's a couple in here tonight that are mainstream or used to be mainstream. I don't know what they are anymore. It's been so long since they've come out with anything recent or new, so it's almost like, it's almost a whole new band. I don't know.
Well, it should be interesting. I've got to remember that we did a show back in probably about April, May, where we had a guest co-host on with us who actually had listened to a band for a first time, turned around and said, well, it's not my type of thing.
You guys, I like your music. You guys kind of suck.
Yeah. So I take it, I don't know what's coming up here. I'm running blind. I take it.
Bob. Now, I've listened to these videos a few different times and the songs a few different times since I picked them out. You're getting blindsided, Bob. These are all going to be fresh. Well, you may have heard of 1 or 2 of these songs. I'll give you credit. But it'd be nice to get our reactions as we're watching these videos. And we'll pause it in between, in the song in between, give you what we think about it. It should be fun.
Did you say to give you what we think of Bob?
You already know what we think about Bob. He's a dick.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a fantastic guy.
That dick Bob. So John says, wait till you hear the next Shadow Smile track, lads. It's huge. I can't wait either. I like that band a lot, actually. Really
I've heard a few of their tracks. Really looking forward to it. Perhaps we can do it on a show like this one time.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good idea. Kind of give ourselves do a reaction for them. That's a great idea, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so we're going to start this off. So one of the first bands we're going to be playing is a band called the Outlaw Orchestra. They got a new video just came out called Done My Time. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Bob. I've seen it a couple of times, but I like this band. So we're going to start off this whole reaction videos with a band called Outlaw Orchestra with their song Done My Time. Are you guys ready out there? I want to hear you guys' reactions to these videos and these songs as well, along with us. Let's have some fun with this, guys. We're going to start it off right now with Outlaw Orchestra with Done My Time.
I'll be older than God by the time I'm done. Tell the man I've done my time. Been a long time.
All right, these folks really look like they've done something wrong.
Bloody hell, you stop quick.
Well, I'm looking at mic shots and I'm going, holy shit, what have they done? What did they do?
Oh, tell you.
Tell the man I've done my time. Eyes down yonder down the field line. Tell the man I've nickel and dime. Kill the man, I've done my time. It's 6:05 and I'm running dry. Give it 12 hours, I'll be back on this line. Breaking sweat, breaking rocks. Call the devil off, I've done my time. 6 more hours till my work stops. Call your devil off, I've done my time. While I ride the train, I lay the track. Call your devil off, I've done my time. Tell me this is living, but it ain't all that. Call your devil off, I've done my time. It's
Bob, is it me, or is that background, like the choir in the back, just sets it off?
I think it's great. I mean, it's got that sort of real old country feel when it gets going.
It's got that outlaw country sound to it, and then you're hearing that choir in the background along with them. It's like, damn, that's really good.
It's not like your modern country though. It's got that real old feel, hasn't it? But it sounds good. And what I'm really liking about the video is obviously they've gone out. I think I heard a little bit about this one, but I haven't watched it through. So it is the first time I've actually seen it, and I think it's fun because obviously they've gone around and got a lot of friends and different people are doing, and some have really played the part. There was a few doing a bit of gurning in there and a bit of makeup on there, and it's entertaining to watch. It keeps you interested. But pretty simple.
Yeah, let's continue, shall we?
Yeah.
6:05 and I'm running dry. Give it 12 hours, I'll be back on this line. It's 6:05 and I'm running dry. Give it 12 hours, I'll be back on this line. White hot rivets with these beasts for mile upon mile. I've got a thirst like an Arizona desert.
God damn, that's sexy, Bob.
It's great. It's that I really like that. It does it. Yeah, it really has that old sort of chain gang feel, doesn't it?
Fucking A, it does. I like that. I like how they break it down. They bring that female singer is just like, damn, that is on point. And the lead singer's got a great country voice, but when they add that little extra in the end, that's like, fuck, that's off the hook.
Yeah, it is. It's a good track. I thought I've definitely heard this before, and I think I've played it, and I've been looking through my records while I was doing it, and yeah, I did. I played it about a month ago. And it's a cracking track, but this is the first time I've seen the video, and the video really sells it as well, doesn't it?
It really does. We're going to continue with this. All right, Bob, let's do this.
With cactus growing down my throat, and I've done my time. You call your devil off, 'cause I paid my way. When that whistle blows, I'll be first in line. I said I'll be first in line. It's 6:05 and I'm running dry. Give it 12 hours, I'll be back on this line.
That was absolutely fucking fun to watch. Fun to listen to. I'm sitting here just kind of like getting into it here in the background. Yeah.
You know what it is? I travel around a bit, so when I watch things like this, known that they're from the UK, I sit there and I'm captivated, thinking, wonder if I'm going to see somebody who I actually know. I didn't, you know. I mean, Ted looked a little familiar, but he's, you know, like any other dog. But it's one of those things that some of them that really played the part. There was a few that were looked as about as evil and menacing as a marshmallow.
One of them
But
had a black eye.
do you think that was a real one, or
I'm pretending like it's real.
yeah, you can do? I thought it was really good. It was entertaining, and you know, simple to make. Far better than having a lyric video or anything like that, isn't it? You know, it's something to
Absolutely.
watch.
That was a good video. I love the song. I love the video. I feel kind of bad for the dogs having to serve some kind of jail time. I wonder what they did.
I think I saw one of them wearing a cap though, so you know, he's really getting into it there.
Chewing up the paper, shitting on the floor.
Yeah.
My kids do that. Should I put them in the jail?
No, really good. Enjoyed it. I think they have some new stuff out, don't they? Did I say that go past about their albums?
They do have an EP. They do have an EP out that is out, and that is their latest video for it. So if you guys want to check them out, go check them out here on Facebook. That's the Outlaw Orchestra right here on Facebook. You can find them on YouTube as well. I believe it's the same as well, Outlaw Orchestra. Go click on the subscribe button, folks. Go follow them here and like them on Facebook. Share their music out.
Now that's a great note to see. The next one down that you've got there, Sid, that all the fans are people who bought the album. So isn't that great to include the fans?
That is really cool. That is really cool. A lot of bands have been doing that here lately, and that's
Yeah, I've seen a few.
With the audience like that. It's nice.
Yeah. I think I saw one go through where they were sort of pre-buy and get your name put on the album. Saw one of those go through recently. There's been some really clever marketing ideas, and I think that's what we need really to sort of generate it a bit more, isn't it? But yeah, they got it right there. I think that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good song. So our next reaction video, Bob. This band has been around for a while. I mean, I would say somewhere probably, I can't remember exactly, but I want to say late 90s, early 2000s, at least early 2000s. They hit it really big with, Nookie, their song Nookie. This is Limp Bizkit. They haven't put anything out in 7 years. In 7 years, they haven't put a single song out. And they finally decided to put one out, all right? So the song's pretty cool. The song's called Dad Vibes. You know, you and I, Bob, we're dads. We're dads.
I'll tell you what I'm going to ask you to do now, because I'm going to show a bit of my sort of metal ignorance here now, right? Because my metal reign goes from sort of like 80s, early 90s, and then I sort of totally went off in different directions, checked out different musics, and then sort of came back into it sort of, I don't know, 2010 on.
This gets more like a new metal. That's the new metal genre, I guess.
Yeah, so this is it, because I may have heard a track, but I couldn't honestly name a Limp Bizkit track off the top of my head. So
now you can. Now you can. There's one called Dad Vibes.
And vibes. Well, let's see what that one's like.
You ready to check it out, Bob? You ready?
Let's go.
Let's do this one.
Check out your dad with the swag on the floor. Mama gon' brag when I walk in the door. Y'all ain't never seen a gorilla in the mist walk the line so fine with a blindfold. Keep in mind though, hot dad riding in on a rhino. Got the roll on the rap with the dad vibes. Now everybody bounce with the franchise. Come on. Can't live with them, can't live without them. New kid back on the block with a rip. Dad got the fag in the back with the drip. Come and get a sip. Can't live with them, can't live without them. New kid back on the block with a rip. Dad got the fag in the back with the drip. Come and get a sip.
Is that Claude Van Damme?
I was just looking at that, thinking, but you know, didn't he have some sort of ponytail or something like that nowadays?
No, that's Steven Seagal.
Isn't it? I'm sure I've seen Van Damme with a ponytail as well, but
He may have at some point in the 80s when he had the mullet. So what do you think, man? What do you think? What do you think about this Limp Bizkit? Fred Durst coming out all gray haired with the whole mustache. I'm not for sure. What do you think so far?
If I was totally honest, if I was driving along the road and listening to standard commercial radio, which would be very rare, and that came on, so far I'd have put a CD on.
It's a little bit different. Like I said, they haven't come out with anything for 7 years,
Yeah.
and so it's like,
Is this their normal sound? Is it?
Well, no, yes, I don't know. Like that's just it. I don't know. I stopped listening to him back during the Chocolate Starfish and something album. There was a song called Rollin', and then there was their first album was all right. It had Nookie and stuff like that on. That's when they really kind of hit it big. But I haven't listened to them since, so I don't know.
When you say they had a track called Rollin', is that the one that goes rolling, 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 rolling?
Yep.
Now that's a good track. I wouldn't have known it was them, but so.
I don't know what the fuck this is doing. I don't know. Part of me says it's kind of catchy, and then part of me says this is just kind of like generic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sort of say too much too early on, but so far, I'd burn it.
Let's play some more.
Damn, this dad like a river. Flow so cold, need ice to deliver. Drop so hard like a rock. Dad don't stop. So damn clean, he a mop. Sugar cane, down with the main. Dad so sweet that his nickname Candy. Y'all been gone for a minute. Dad vibe bounce to the finish. I can get with that. Can't live with him, can't live without him. New kid back on the block with a rip. Dad got the fag in the back with the drip. Come and get the sip. La-di-da. Can't live with him, can't live without him. New kid back on the block with a rip. Dad got the fag in the back with the drip. Come and get the sip. La-di-da.
La-di-da, la-la, la-la, la-di-da. I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
Well, I don't want to be too strong and say that I hate it, but I do.
I think the chorus. I think the chorus is a little catchy. I'm being fair, but I think it's very simple and I think it's very basic. And I don't know what the fuck, why he's even. What's up with the Justin Bieber comb over at fucking 55 years old?
I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, as I say, I don't really know Limp Bizkit, but to me, I've heard the name Limp Bizkit. I presume they're a big band, well-known band. To me, give me Outlaw Orchestra out the two we've listened.
I think I'm done with this crap. I think I'm done with it. I don't like it.
I don't like it. I mean, I had an interesting thing the other week because we sort of went out to meet some friends at this big market that was on. And, when you walk into a market and people have get stands where they sell loads of CDs, which people have sort of turned in because a lot of people are going to streaming and downloading, but I still like a CD. So I'm there now, they're selling these CDs for like £1 each, and I'm going through and I'm thinking, right, let's find some bands who I don't know, let's test them out, see what I think. And I actually got a Limp Bizkit CD. I bought 4 that day, and unfortunately the Limp Bizkit one didn't even work. It didn't play, so it went in the bin. And I'm not surprised.
I haven't listened to the fucking band in years. And look, they said, just turn that shit off. Well, I did, man. I did, Jace. Take it easy, pal.
Yeah, I mean, everybody likes something different, but Limp Bizkit off that isn't for me. But Rollin' that you mentioned earlier is a good track.
Yeah, that's different. It had more of the band playing on those songs versus all this computer tech shit in the background.
I can understand that musicians and bands like to try new things and want to just see if they can move things in a different direction, because you can't produce the same song forever, can you? But to me, that didn't work.
I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I hated it. Actually, I hated it. It sucked. Fred Durst, just stop. You look like a fucking professor. I don't know what you're doing, but just stop because that sucked.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big rap fan anyway. The closest I've ever come to liking rap was when Anthrax did things like "I'm the Man," which was just a piss take anyway. So,
Was it Bring the Noise?
bring the noise.
Bring the Noise with Public Enemy.
Yes, they did that as well, didn't they? Yes.
And I think that was soon after I think Aerosmith and Run DMC kind of started it all off, that whole new
Yeah.
metal style. I mean, it didn't take off back then except for that one big song they had. But it took till 2000s for the new metal, that rap rocks. I kind of like it a little bit, the rock rap, if it's done right. Bands like Rage
Yeah.
Against the Machine was a band that I think did it right.
Yeah, as I say, I'm not a massive rap fan. I mean, I don't know if they would really count as rap, but what do you call them, Beastie Boys? I guess they probably would, maybe.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're rap.
I love that track that was on the Star Wars, the new Star Wars films. Can't remember the bloody name of it now.
They had a lot of great songs, but I think my favorite album by the Beastie Boys had to be The License to Ill.
Yeah.
No Sleep to
Yeah.
Brooklyn was probably one of my favorite. And I think they was probably one of the first. I say they were probably the first new actual band.
Sabotage. That's the track.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, brilliant track.
That's sad that they're not doing anything anymore too. That was a good band.
Yeah, but no, didn't like that one.
Simon says Star Trek, not Star Wars.
That's it. That's the one. Star Trek. It was Star Trek. The new what do you call it? James T. Kirk one. So
Tiberius Kirk.
yeah, did good films. Those I like those. They were really good.
Like James Tiberius Kirk.
Yeah, everybody wishes they had a Tiberius, don't they? In the family.
Tiberius. I'm just not showing it to you.
No, that's a tiny period.
Craig John goes, what about the Puff Daddy with Godzilla truck with Led Zeppelin Cashmere? I do not. I tell you what. Oh fuck! I don't know. I just I don't like Puff Daddy or P Diddy, whatever he calls himself now.
I don't know. Just there's things where they tried it, and I mean, okay, yeah, you've got that track, but I wouldn't put that as anywhere near one of my favorite Led Zeppelin tracks. So.
What is your favorite Led Zeppelin track, Bob?
It is "Immigrant Song."
That's a cracking track right there.
Yeah. So. I mean, obviously, I like Led Zeppelin. I have all the Led Zeppelin albums, but I just really like that one because of the sort of the war, the Viking imagery and stuff like that, which is why I was well into the King Voodoo track as well, and the video you did with them as well.
Oh, that's the reason why you liked it so much then, huh?
Well, I like this track anyway. It's a really good track, but it gave you that sort of similar sort of imagery, and the same thing goes for Unknown Refuge and Battle Hymn. I just like anything that sort of helps create a picture in your head, and Immigrant Song I think is fantastic for that.
John asks another question. Jay-Z with Linkin Park then. I love that song Numb by them. I think that was a good collaboration between Jay-Z and Linkin Park. I think Linkin Park's a good fit for that kind of style anyway. I'm a big Linkin Park fan, though.
I think when I bought those 4 discs, I think Linkin Park was one of those, and so I've only actually heard that one disc by them. Can't even remember what it's called, to be honest. But
I love all their albums, but I have to say that it was the last album that kind of holds the most to me was the One More Light album, the last one that before he passed away. That's my favorite by them. And it's totally steers away from the whole new metal style. They kind of went a little bit of an R&B kind of a feel to the whole album, but I just love how Chester writes and how he puts his thoughts into paper and tries to tell a story. And and once he passed away and you listen to the album, he's written all of his pain right there through all the songs, and he kind of tells you all what he's going through. So it's one of my favorite albums by them. And yes, King Voodoo is a fucking awesome band. Absolutely.
They certainly are. Certainly are.
So, Bob, we got a couple more. So I got Metallica shirt on today. I Kill 'Em All.
I noticed that. Yeah.
I put it on for a reason, Bob. For a reason. we have another video. This is another review video. Oh, this band, they're doing a cover. It's off the Metallica Blacklist. I know,
Oh,
I know that we've had the discussions about this. We've done a show about it, but this is
yeah.
not a band that you've heard yet. So this is
Right. Okay.
it's an all-female band, and the band's called Alyssa, Sarah, and The Warning, and they're doing a cover of Enter Sandman.
Okay, well, I'll watch it just to fill everybody in because we had this discussion after in chat on a radio show that you did where you played some of these tracks, and I think I openly admitted that I'm not a big fan of cover songs. I like originals. There are a few that sort of get me, but I'm just one of these that when I hear it, it doesn't have to be the original song by the original band, but when I hear it and get hooked on a song, I just like that. I don't like to hear it messed around with too much.
And that's why I did it, because I'm going to push you. I'm going to find a cover that you actually like.
Right, come on then.
I thought this was an interesting take on the song. So this is the band Alyssa, Sarah, and The Warning with their cover of Enter Sandman. I like it.
Right, just to give you an extra, JS has put in chat there. It's just moved up off the screen slightly where I can't see it, but he put, I'm going to prove to you that that there are covers that are better than the original. I'm not saying that there aren't covers that are better than the original. What I'm saying is when I hear a song, the first time I hear it and really take to a song, I then find that I don't always like alternate versions better than that. That becomes my version of the song that I like. And I'm listening to this one now. And do you know when you watch, we were talking before we came on about James Bond and how I might be going to see the new Bond film that's being released. And that the sound of it has one of those feels where it could work well in the titles of some sort of film very easily. It's got that sort of structure behind it.
I like the fact that they're trying to make it original, and I think it's almost, for me, it's catchy, and it's interesting to see the different progressions of the highs and lows of their song and how they're going about doing it.
Yeah, it's interesting when you, as I say, when you watch a film and you hear a song, you think, "What the hell's that?" And you're trying to place it because it sounds different. And yes, you finally work out, "Oh, it's that," and you think, "Yeah, they obviously doing an interesting cover. It's good."
Songs, I think one of the hardest songs to ever cover for any band. I say it's probably one of the hardest songs is Enter Sandman, because you've heard it so many fucking times by the original artist. And so that's why I like doing this and I'm trying to broaden my horizons as well, because it's interesting to hear different takes of different artists and how they perceive or hear that song, and how they put it through the guitar and how they put it through the drums and their style of vocals of doing it. I think it's catchy. I kind of like it.
Yeah, well, when she started singing, I thought, oh, it's going to be an exact off take of it. What's the point? Because if it was going to be an exact sound the same, I just think Metallica. You can't go past Metallica's track. The way they did it, fantastic. Um, I would certainly still go back to if I wanted to rock out, I'd still go back to Metallica. But I don't find this offensive at all.
Shall we continue a little bit more with it, Bob?
Yeah, go with it.
Something's wrong, shut the lights, heavy thoughts tonight, and they aren't up so wide. Dreams of war, dreams of life, dreams of dragons fire, and the things that will bind, yeah. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Exit light, enter night. Take my hand, we're off to never, never.
That is just, for me, that's catchy.
It is, but Simon makes a fantastic point in chat on this one that you could have took the way that they've put the music in this song, and you could have put total new lyrics over that and made a fantastic new song. But why do it as a cover?
Well, because he was asked.
Well, yeah, but you know,
The band asked him, why would they say no? That's like huge publicity for him.
yeah, I can see why they want to do that. Personally, I wouldn't buy it, but you know, it's all right.
It's not horrible.
No, it's not horrible. It's pleasant to listen to. As I say, I can see where it could have its fit.
I thought that was good. I thought that little transition right there, where it kind of slowed up a bit and kind of got a little heavy for him, and it's usually a higher, faster tempo part, and they kind of brought it down a tempo or two. I like that.
The actual video is quite interesting to watch as well, which I've quite enjoyed. And certainly, I think that the band's obviously a skilled band, and I can see where it might perhaps make you think, right, well, I'm going to check out what this band does in their original stuff. But if I wanted a version of Enter Sandman, I'd be going back to the original Metallica track.
All right, we're going to continue.
Now I lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, pray the Lord my soul to take. Hush, little baby, don't say a word, and never mind that noise you heard. It's just the beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Hush, little baby, don't say a word, and never mind that noise you heard. It's just the beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Hush, little baby, don't say a word, and never mind that noise you heard. It's just the beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head. It's in light, enter night. Take my hand, we're off to never, never land. We're off to never, never land.
Hmm.
I tell you, I like this song. I like it. There's on this Metallica Blacklist, they have like, I think for Enter Sandman, there's like 12 different artists that do that that song. And that's probably one of my favorite. Now Weezer does it as well, and
Hold on, say that again. There's 12 artists play that one song.
there's 12 different artists that play. Don't quote me on it exactly, but I think it's 12 artists that play that song, but reimagines and how they would play it.
Right. So how many tracks are actually on this album?
There is 52 different artists on this Metallica Blacklist album.
Right. Mm.
And now a lot of them kept into the whole mainstream Black album, like Enter Sandman, Unforgiven. But there were some that kind of journeyed outside of the mainstream songs and did, some of the old other tracks on it, which was really good. Corey Taylor did another one on there. Holier Than Thou was really fucking good. Volbeat does one on there that's really phenomenal as well. So yeah, I mean, it's really a decent album. I mean, hearing some of these songs done pop, or done in country, or done in bluegrass, or just like we just heard right there, a rock. It's really cool to hear it. Different vibe to it. Hi, Mama.
That's the wife heading off to bed. She's giving us a wave through the door saying, I'm tired, I'm going to bed, I'm leaving you to the midnight lunacy. But yeah, I mean, it was okay. I mean, I think the last bit, the Hush Little Baby Don't Say, I think James Hetfield's vocals, it gives that menace that's needed for entering the Sandman, and that music at the end just made me want to hear the I Am, the original version, that sort of upbeat, and that's what I mean. I think that was such a fantastic Metallica track that I just can't see anything surpassing it for me. But that was okay.
It was okay. I liked it. It was, for me, it was more than okay. I think they did the best that they possibly could do to try to make that song their own.
Yeah. I think the they did that. I mean, it's nice if I was going out and seeing a cover band. I would rather see a cover band try and do something and make it a little bit original, rather than just try and go out and make themselves sound like a band, that give it a bit of a twist. But generally, I just wouldn't bother. So, I mean, as I say, I saw this Metallica album getting advertised before you did a radio show with it all. And I thought, oh, this sounds interesting. A new Metallica album, remix, pulling these things together. And then you put it on your show, and I realised it was all covers, and thought, nah.
Fuck this show. I don't like it. and I appreciate, because certain songs, it's hard to reimagine or try to cover. It's hard to do because they're so imprinted in our minds, hearing them all the time. It's hard to make it their own. I mean, like Stairway to Heaven, there's no way anybody can really make that song their own. It has to sound like Led Zeppelin. No matter who sings it, it's going to sound like Led Zeppelin. You're just covering the song. You're not trying to make it your own. There's no way to make it your own.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like that. I'm not saying that it's definitely got to be the original, because I'm a big Beatles fan. I like the Beatles, but they have a track called Dear Prudence, which was covered by Susie and the Banshees, I think, back in the 80s, and I prefer the Susie and the Banshees version. That was probably the first version I heard of the track, but
Do you prefer the Beatles Helter Skelter, or do you prefer Motley Crue's Helter Skelter?
I've got to say that I actually prefer Motley Crue's, and Motley Crue's Helter Skelter was the first version I heard.
Mine too.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Beatles cover, and I guess that's considered hard rock for back at the time, because that was pretty fucking heavy for a band like the Beatles to come out with something so dark lyrically, and what it signified, what it meant behind it. It was pretty fucking dark for the time, really.
Yeah. I mean, I heard Motley Crue do it, and then I got into the Beatles, and again, it was one of those bands I went and bought pretty much. I think I have all the Beatles albums. And I remember getting the White Album, I believe, the Helter Skelter's on. And I remember it coming on and thinking, oh, right, this is all right. And thinking, well, it's not Motley Crue, but but it's because it's that first hearing of a track that really gets into your head, sort of like sticks with it. It's like I couldn't imagine. My favourite Motley Crue song is actually "Merry-Go-Round," and I couldn't imagine anybody else improving on that for me because that's the version I like.
It's hard to do. It's hard to make it sound like it's your own. It really is. But I have to agree with Simon. Motley Crue is my favorite. I'm agreeing with you too, Bob. Motley Crue is my favorite Helter Skelter cover. I know there's a few other bands that's done, like John says here, U2's Helter Skelter is better. I've never heard U2's version of it.
No, no. I mean,
Rob Zombie's and Marilyn Manson's cover, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I actually saw a band. We had a show over here called Top of the Pops back in the 80s, and I think it got into the 90s. But there was a band went on there, did a cover of, I think it was something like Strawberry Fields or Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. It was shocking. And I just think, why? Why would you do it? But I guess maybe if I'd have heard Helter Skelter by the Beatles first, would it have made a difference? I don't know. But Helter Skelter by Motley Crue is a fantastic track.
It really is. It really is. So we got another video to do. You want to start jumping into that one a little bit?
Ooh, it depends who it is.
This is actually one of our favorite bands, both of our favorite bands, actually. This is actually Plush, with their new single, Athena.
Right. Now that's going to be good because I've heard the track, I think, once, really liked it. I mean, they're a good band. So I'm interested. They're skilled musicians as well, aren't they? So
I mean, they are really talented young ladies. But yeah, let's start with this one. This is Plush with their latest release, Athena.
Okay.
What can I say?
Fantastic, isn't it? I mean, it's got
absolutely just beyond fantastic, Bob. I mean, if you think about this, let's think about this for a second. I have been following Mariah for a really long time. I've been a big fan of her solo work, and she, like John said here in the chat, she was from the Voice of USA, the Voice contest. She came in fourth place on the show, but has just this amazing voice. And when I say amazing, I don't say that lightly, because not everybody can take that go really calm, low range, and then shoot that voice right up and skyrocket it like she does. This band is the full package. When you think about their age, only the oldest one is Mariah. The rest are 18 years or younger, and have that much talent behind them.
Fantastic. Did they actually write their tracks as well, or have them written?
They wrote. Mariah is the songwriter as well. The first single, "Hate," she actually came out with it prior to joining Plush on her own work, and the song was actually titled "I Hate," and they changed it a bit to make it fit for Plush. But all the songs that's on this new album that's coming out, it's all written by Mariah or the ladies themselves.
I tell you, that's going to be a cracking album going off what I've seen from them so far. Because I mean, they're great tracks and what brilliant riffs. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, they really are a talented bunch of young ladies, and we need to see more ladies like this empowering themselves in the music industry. We are starting to see that, and it's good to see.
Oh, there's some really good bands out there. Some fantastic ladies out there in the scene as well. They just it's like everything. I hate the underground terminology, but I guess it's underground because it's maybe not the mainstream that's getting out on the commercial radio stations. But there's some fantastic singers, bands, people out there doing music for us, and it just needs to be heard more.
And I was worried a little bit about this song before it came out, because there was Hate really has done well in the Billboard charts and the rock charts here in the USA. I mean, it's been up there in the top 10, top 20 singles on billboards. And I was kind of concerned about them coming out with a new song. How are they going to be able to top? Or at least stay at that level of Hate? And I think this song so far is brilliant. And I think it's right on par with that song.
Yeah, I would agree. It's definitely when I used to look at buying an album, it's nice to hear a couple of tracks, 2, 3 tracks, to turn around and think, yeah, if I'm going to invest in that album, I know that I'm going to get something in there that I'm going to like. You know, it gives you a bit of a safe zone, because you always think, well, maybe they go throw a few fillers in there. But so far, I've heard 2 tracks that they've done of their own. I believe they put a cover out in between the 2 as well, a video, which, you know, they did a good job of. I can't say that I remember the original, so no, good band.
Well, let's keep on cracking with it, shall we, Bob?
Yeah.
Make no mistake, I won't hesitate. More than dedicated, just stuck in my embrace. You can't replace me or just erase me. I will dominate, we will never separate.
That's what I think about
Ooh-wee.
that song.
Yeah, indeed. I think the best thing I could say for that one is if I knew that my local record store had that and hate and on an album now available to buy, I'd be going to get it.
Absolutely. It would be on a continuous playlist loop for me.
Yeah, that was a fantastic track. It's rangy, the great riffs. It's got real power behind it, and the vocals are all clear as well. You can pick out the words as you're listening to it, which I like.
Well, just a great group of young ladies with some amazing talent, and I'm glad that they're getting the recognition for their talent. Each individual lady has come from some other social media background. Brooke C. She has a YouTube channel where she used to do covers of on drums. That's the
Mhm.
drummer. She did tracks, covers of other bands drumming. The bass player, the blonde, she has a solo album out as well, and she sings R&B. So they all just have a different. It's cool that they have a different background, but yet they all be able to come together. And what's interesting about this band is that almost a year ago, Lizzie Hale from Hellstorm actually helped form this band. She put an ad out on social media for Mariah looking for an all-female band, and this is what Lizzie Hale come up with them for. Lizzie helped form that band, and that's really cool because she has done a cover. She's actually been on stage, Mariah has, with Lizzie Hale doing a song, singing a duet with her. So it was kind of cool that even someone like Lizzie Hale, who's got an amazing voice herself, actually can see talent as well and wants to see somebody like her grow.
Yeah, too right. And the interesting thing for me tonight is you played 4 tracks, and I would say that out of those 4 that you played, arguably the best known's going to be Limp Bizkit. Was it Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, well, look, this was the worst one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. So.
That was horrible. But I think that's fun, though. I think that's like a fun of the idea of this show is that we're fucking bringing something new, and we're actually giving our honest opinion about it. I fucking didn't like Limp Bizkit's song, and
But this is what bugs me about the music scene, though, you see, Sid, because if you went into a commercial radio station and put those 4 in front of a DJ on a commercial stage, they'd probably think, oh, Limp Bizkit, that gets the fans in. We'll play that one. Sorry, you should be playing the others.
Fucking A. I hope somebody from a major radio station is watching this and takes our advice. Do not ever give that song airplay.
And so, I mean, there's bound to be somebody out there who has no ear for music, no taste, who might really like it. But, it's just not for me.
I mean, it definitely doesn't sound like the Limp Bizkit that I knew back in the early 2000s. That's all I know. And I didn't like it.
No, it wasn't for me. I'm as I say, everybody can't be the same, but certainly that wouldn't be joining my collection. So sorry, Limp Bizkit.
So this was fun. What do you think, Bob? This was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Enjoyed the show as well. We might start doing these more often. Maybe do one of these kind of shows once a month or something. Where we some new releases come out through maybe Forge AMP. We'll put the videos up here. We'll give everybody a live review of the bands.
I think that's a good idea, but let's be straight with them. If we think it sucks, you're going to get told.
We're gonna be totally honest and truthful about it, because if I don't like something, I'm the type of guy. I'm going to tell you I do not like this at all.
Well, exactly. I mean, you've got to be honest to have any sort of credibility. And I'm not saying that somebody won't like it or it won't appeal to somebody. It just doesn't appeal to me. Perhaps.
Dad vibes, more like bad vibes. I agree. That was awful. Thank you. This is a cool show, guys. I appreciate that, John. Sharon says, I could send you our stuff. Well, you need to send us our stuff.
Yeah.
Send me a private message, and I'll send you my email for the Inner Demon Radio email. And you can send our tracks there. And our DJs, like Bob Bones, the devil's favorite demon there, Bob Bones. I play them as well too, but we have multiple DJs that'll pick up these tracks and play them for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be. We're not going to be sort of like shy about it. Sid knows I'm currently working on my own music. If I get it made one day, I'll absolutely put it up here, and he can criticize me. So,
Don't do that, Bob.
oh, I'll get the criticism anyway. But you know,
So we're gonna end tonight's show. Tomorrow, you can send these to Bob. You want to put the email in here in the chat? Let me do it here. If I remember, is it Inner?
you'll have to give me a moment to actually. You want me to get the band's address, dear? It's one last day we've got tomorrow, if that's what you're wondering.
Yeah, tomorrow we have one last day for Into the Fire. That's at 4 p.m. What we'll do, Sharon, if you want to, we'll after the show's over with, we'll put the email, our Inner Demon Radio email here. I think it's right. I think I have it right here. Hang on.
Yeah, it's in a demon
666@gmail.com.
That's the one. Bloody hell, eh? Amateurs. You know what? We've had 2 weeks off. It sort of melted our brains, hasn't it?
Well, it's almost been 3 weeks, Bob.
Has it? Bloody hell. See, there you go. Can't even count to 3.
But yeah, so tomorrow at 4 p.m. we have a show Into the Fire at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, and then it'll be 9 p.m. Or no, it's 9 p.m. over where you're at, right?
Yes, it's 9 p.m. here tomorrow. Yep. So 9 p.m. in the UK.
And that's another Forge AMP band we're working with this Saturday as well. Actually, I think we're booked up. What the fuck, Simon? Don't give out my personal email like that, Simon. It's sexy.com. Damn it. Now, if I get a bunch of emails from you because of this, Simon, I'm coming at you, buddy. I'm coming at you.
He's just trying to get himself a bit more action for those sort of like little nuggets that he was weighing.
Like, I'll send you some stuff that sucks. We'll let you know. All right, so we're going to play one more video out for the night, and then we'll be back tomorrow for Into the Fire with one last day. That's going to be a fun show, and I'm excited to be back.
Yeah, it's good. Can I ask, what the hell's going on over your shoulder? Because one of those skeleton dudes is actually waving backwards and forwards. Have you got a bit of a draft on there?
I got it. Yeah, well, I have a fan blowing right here behind the tapestry.
Yeah, it gives it that bit more spook.
It's spirits floating around in the background.
Do you get that? Do that funny voice when you say spirits.
Spooky spirits.
Hey, there we go.
So this is one of my favorite bands. We're going to end the night off with. This is the band here. It's called Flatland Kings, and this is These Are the Days, their latest release, their latest video. I actually love this song, and I love the video. I love the band and all itself. Anyway, great group of guys. So yeah, we're going to end tonight's show. If you guys have a great night, stay wicked, and guess what? We're in the month of Halloween. We got a lot of shit got planned for this whole month. At least I do. I'm going to force everybody else around me to do the same thing too. This is my favorite time of the year. This time and then all the way through Christmas is my favorite times of the year.
If only it was later.
But till tomorrow, guys, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bob, see you later, buddy.
See you later. Bye, guys.
souls in this big black hole, waiting here for the stars to align. Going out in the world on a mission, searching for what we had the whole time. Be humble, stay true, be kind and break through. All these fools, they keep wasting our time. Share these are the days we will remember. These are the days that shape our lives. We won't give in, we won't surrender. And be rest assured we'll find a way. We live to fight another day. Yeah, these are the So here's another anthem for you all to sing along. Holiness together, one voice, stand up and be strong. There's silence on the streets of London, neon lights down in Tokyo. There's a change here coming, we'll keep hope.